reasonably quickly. Okay, so as I said, we're doing hips to start with. Let me just try and move this away. That's better. I'm going to do hips to start with. So you can take your shoes off if you want. I find it a bit easier sometimes doing mobility. And we're just going to warm up those hips a little bit first. So lie straight onto your back. Put one foot crossed onto the other. So I'm doing left leg crossed over. And all I'm going to do to start off with, just gently start thinking about pushing my knee away from my body. Lying down, nice and relaxed. I'm just going to do sort of 15 of these, especially if you guys have all been sitting down, or even if you've been doing a lot of squats this morning, or a lot of legs, which is what the workout is today. Let's just do a few of these on this side. Well done. And start to loosen up in the hip. Good. And then we're going to switch to the other side and do exactly the same thing. So I've now got my right foot over my left knee. And just do the same thing. Just start to get a bit of movement going through the hip. In and out. Fifteen or so of those. All right, we're going to go back to the other side and we're going to apply a little bit of force this time with our hands. So now we're going to just start to push away with our knee. And again, we're going to do sort of 15, 20 of these. Stay nice, relaxed. Make sure your other leg is kind of staying as stationary as possible. The flat of the foot on the mat. So do another 5 here. Start to push it away a bit further. Good. And then we'll switch to the other side and do the same thing. So again, now we're just trying to push away a little bit. See if we can work through that range. Good. Okay, so still lying down now. I'm going to put my right leg over my left. So right over leg, like you've got your legs crossed. And then with my left hand, I'm going to pull my knee up towards my left shoulder. So I'm pulling my knee up towards my left shoulder. And you should start to feel a bit of a stretch through the back of the glute. Looks like this from this angle. I'm pulling my knee, right knee up towards my left shoulder. So I'm getting a stretch kind of all down here, like what they call kind of piriformity from the area. And just keep pulling up towards that shoulder. And just hold it. You can hold it for about 30 seconds or so. Really feel that pulling up. If you start to feel some tiredness, remember with all this just to keep breathing. Little breaths outwards. Exhalation. Well done. I'm going to switch to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. So cross our legs over. So I've now got my left leg crossed over my right. And with my right hand, I'm pulling my knee up towards my shoulder. And again, you should be starting to get a stretch through this side with the glutes and the hips. A bit, like I said, on the piriformis. Keep pulling it up. And breathe. Good. Okay, so now we're going to come to sitting up. I'm going to do the butterfly stretch. So we're going to put our feet together. Now, some people will find this easier than others. Those of you that find it really difficult, put your hands behind you, push your knees to the ground, but try and kind of stick your chest forward and sit really nice and upright here. And try and create some tension. I don't find this too difficult, this one. Those of you that do, you can find it easier like me, you can hold your feet at the front, okay? Or you can start to try and create more force by pushing your knees down towards the ground. Some people, you're going to be up here, so use your elbows to push out to create the tension. For others, I suppose, like I said, for me, I don't find this too difficult. And you can start to think about rocking a little bit from side to side, or you want to create a bit more tension, you can start to push out on one side. And then the other. Push down, it's good. On the other side. And then a little relax off. Relax it off, bit of a wiggle from side to side. Just get your legs out to the front. And stretch down to the toes. And we're going to do it one more time. See if we can increase that range. Come back into the same position. Again, wiggle from side to side. Maybe try and pull your heels a little bit more towards your groin. And again, just try and push down on one side, push down on the other, and you'll soon start to see as well and feel and the tension into the kind of the hip flexors, which one you're tighter on. So I have better actual external rotation on my left. My right is not quite so good. And actually that's probable because I get tighter through my right because it's my stronger side. All right, well done. And release. And just relax off. Got a little bit of a stretch out because the one coming up is not too nice either. Okay, so we're going to do the frog stretch. You can thank me later. If you've got a mat, then this can hurt when you're on your knees a little bit. So we're going to go into it quite gently. So I like doing it with my feet to the sides of the back. So at the back, my feet are turned out like this, and I'm trying to ensure that I'm keeping my ankle and foot onto the floor. All right, so I've got my knees, my feet out. And just to start off with, I'm just going to come forward. Don't sit too far back yet. Just come forward. See how that feels. Good. All right. Now from here, I'm going to start to push backwards. So I'm pushing backwards. I bring my elbows, creeping them slowly back towards my body. And then I'm going to try and sink backwards, pushing, feel like you're pushing your bum back towards your feet. And hold. And just hold for 3, or for 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just try and release it off a little bit, and then we're going to go again. Just release it, come forward, and then come back and see if you can sink a little bit deeper. So let's hold it now for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward again. Just release it off. Knees have just come in a slight bit as well. And we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to sit back, pushing back. There we go. Oh, good. And again, let's hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Right, let's bring those knees up towards us. A little bit of a stretch out. Just have a kneel. Sit up, kneeling, stretch. Just give those hip flexors a little bit of a stretch out. Okay. Next one we're going to do, we're going to do it with a bit of a kneeling pose. So we're going to be in a lunge position now. And all we're going to do is rock forward and then back. Okay, all the way forward Notice that I've kept my heel on the ground. Those of you who may not have quite so good heel flexion, try and work this as well. But you're really looking for a good stretch kind of down the hip flexor here and back. I'm just going to keep on rocking here for a few reps. So we're going to do 15 rocks forward and back. And just see each time if you're able to bring that into a deeper stretch. And you might be feeling it starting to come down the thigh into the adductors at the front. Okay, and that last one there, let's just try and hold it in this position. Okay, if you've got the ability to be able to do it, I want you to lift up. I get a really tight hamstring in that leg. Sorry, I got a bit of a cramp going on. Right, you want to be able to see if you can bring, I've got a cramp in my back leg. You want to see if you can bring your foot towards your bum. To make it less of a stretch. There we go. That's not so bad. Okay, and then keep pushing that forward. There. You should get a deeper stretch. And breathe. Sorry about that. Bit of amusement for you. Must be all those squat jumps I did this morning in the class. All right. Hold it for another 15 seconds here. Pull that heel in, feel that stretch, and release. Good, all right, so we're going to do the other side. Hopefully I won't provide you with quite so much amusement. To start off with, let's just do that rocking forward and back, through the hips. About 15 of these, just coming forward, easing into it. Well done. And that last one, let's just hold it forward. Nice breath out. And then we're going to see if we can bring the back leg up without getting any cramp in the back of the hamstring. There we go. I'm in. I'm good. Okay. Let's going to hold this stretch now for about 30 seconds. The more you pull your heel towards the thumb, the more you'll feel that down the front of the sort of the hip into the top of the quad. Good. Keep breathing. If you want to feel it tighter, pull it more towards you. Another 5 seconds. And relax. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one called the travelling butterfly. So you're back in your butterfly position. Put your hands behind you and you're thinking about coming backwards and then forwards into the butterfly pose. A bit more dynamic. My toes and my heels are staying together and then I'm coming forward and really pushing my knees down each time. Bum as close as you can towards your heels. Using my hands behind me to push down in. Okay. Do another 10 of these. Each time, when you come forward, think about pushing your knees down towards the mat. I think that's 4 for me. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And release off. Cool. Give those little legs a stretch. Little wobble out. Okay. Next one, we're going to do the sort of baby pose from yoga. So you're going to come onto your backs. You're going to grab your feet either from the inside or from the outside. What you're really looking at doing is pulling your feet down. So I'm thinking about my knee coming towards my armpit. Think about knees towards armpit and pulling or pushing down. All right. And just push down. We're going to hold here for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Just release a little bit. And then we're going to try and come down one more time. I'm going to come into a deeper stretch. And we're going to count again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to do that one more time. Just stretch the legs out. Good. Come back in again. And one more time. Holding. Pushing those knees towards your armpits. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, team. Oh, we're getting there. Got about another 10 minutes or so to go. I just need to talk to my son for 1 second. What would you like?
I've finished.
Okay.
Also, I need to, apparently we're meant to have finished the ICT thing, and there's a new video that we need to make.
Okay, all right. Well,
so we need to do quite a lot of ICT.
okay, good night.
All right.
All right.
Can I make myself some lunch?
Yes. Okay. 90-90 position. Sorry about that. 90-90 position. Okay. So right angles at the ankle and the knee and the hip. And all I want to do to start off with, we'll just do a few transfers. You might want to put your hands behind you. Okay, and just come around. Every time you come over to the other side, a little push forward with that hip. Let's just do 10 of these. Good. Okay. Now we're in, stay in whichever position you're in. So stay in one of the angles. Okay. And what I want you to try and do is see if you can lift up your back leg. Okay. So I'm staying nice and upright in here. I'm just going to see if you can lift it up. Don't try and lift it towards the bum. You just want to see if you can lift it up. I find this one really difficult. I was doing it with somebody yesterday, and she's got such good internal rotation. So this is more internal hip rotation. And you'll find that one side will be a lot easier and harder than the other. Just try and do some lifts up. Think about just trying to come up rather than towards the bum. This is where I really struggle, but you might be better than me. Lift it up. Let's try and do 3 more on this side. 1. Just lift it up. You want to think about the knee coming into the mat. Good. And 1 more. Well done. And then let's try the other side. So come into the other side. Make sure you're still in that really good 90-90 position. And again, this one is better for me. Lift it up. Think about the knee staying connected. You're just trying to lift the foot up. Let's try 8 this side. Well done. Oh, I think that was 9. Good. Okay. We're going to first of all come down into what I call that 90-90 position. I'm going to come back to the other side, maybe come back to the other one first. Stay in that 90-90 and try and come forward. So now I'm thinking about trying to keep my leg nice and straight and coming forward over the hip. Try not to let yourself come and fall out to the side. You want to try and be up and over, but keeping that 90-90 first of all, and then in a minute we're going to extend it out into pigeon. So start to feel the stretch. Hold it for 10 seconds. And breathe. And now I want us to come into the pigeon on this side. So my leg is coming straight behind me now, out of that 90-90, and I'm trying as best I can to try and keep a good angle at the front here on that leg. So it looks a bit more like this here at the front. Some people's foot will want to come all the way back here. Try and keep it here if you can, and stay up and over the middle here, okay? So in that position, and then I want you to come over, and we're going to hang out here for a good 30 seconds to a minute. If you could do a bit of pigeon pose like this every day, it would really help. Keep breathing. Don't worry if you're up here. I'd rather you stayed in the right position with your hips up and over the front leg and falling out into the side. I want you really here. Nice little breaths out. Well done. Another 10 seconds. Well done. Good. Okay. And then we're going to come back into the 90-90 on the other side. So we're going to start again with that 90-90 pigeon first of all. Again, we're thinking about coming over, not falling out to the side, coming over and holding it here. Really try and think about your body weight staying through the center. Well done. And then let's come into pigeon. On this side, we do the same thing. Again, you might find that one side is easier than the other. Then you're going to come forward and hold. Keep breathing. If you can get deeper, then do. But again, try and keep to those good positions. Some nice breaths out. Well done. Let's go for another 15. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Well done. Come on to all fours. We're nearly done. Nearly done. So come on to all fours. And then from here, I want you to tuck your toes underneath you. And you're going to start to think about rocking back into a squat position and then come forward. And then you're pushing yourself all the way back and then forward. All the way back and then forward. Good. Just do 5 more of these. 2, 3, and 4. Good. 1 more. And 5. And the last one I want to try and finish with, hopefully if those hips have all opened up a little bit, you're going to come down into a squat, hang out at the bottom of this squat, and then you're going to see if you can get that knee rotating all the way down to the floor. Do this one sometimes in the classes, but hopefully now you've got some good range of motion going. 5, 6, let's keep going, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. There we go. And give a good stretch up. Give those legs a shake out. A few things were pinging during that. I hope not too many of you are trying to talk to me or so on. I'll just unmute you all, see if I can see you all again. Unmute you all. How's that, guys? All right?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You'll all have slinky hips today. Sorry about my my son coming in and
Oh, I apologise about that.
asking for his food and whatever else we've got to try and do. We've got to do an ICT video this afternoon.
Ah, fabulous.
I'm learning to make films. I've never done it before. It's his homework.
Say hello for us, Coach, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, how are you, Paddy? You all right, bud?
Good. Just super busy. Super busy. Which is good, I guess, but
Yeah.
rather be gardening.
I know, we all would be, but we're all well, right?
Yeah, missing seeing all you guys in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was messaging a friend last night saying, I don't see your face very often because he often does some of the later classes. And I was like, I don't see you. Miss people's faces.
Mr. Robbins, is that a beard we see? Look at that. What handsome fox.